Mike Knox, Houston City Council member at large, position number 1. I'd like to take this opportunity to sort of explain a little bit about why city government is different than state or national government. You know, our city government is based on a charter, not on a constitution. And unlike constitutional governments that are separated into 3 groups, the executive, the legislative, and the judiciary, city government is a charter-based government that is based on basically a board of directors. The mayor of the city of Houston is actually the CEO, and in this case, he's also the city manager. The board of directors, or the council members, and of course we have two different kinds of council members, those that represent specific districts and those that represent the entire city. The reason for these separations is that the district council members are supposed to be interested in what's going on in the specific area of the city that they represent, while at-large council members are more focused on the broader citywide implications of policy and that sort of thing. So as an at-large council member, my role and responsibility is to assist the 11 other district council members in their issues, but also to keep an eye on the budget and on policy and things that we do as a city as we face the oncoming future of our city. And it's a good one so far. We're making progress in the right direction, I think. Of course, there are occasions where we have disagreements and that sort of thing, but that's as it should be, because the only check and balance on council is the mayor, or the only check and balance on the power of the mayor is the city council body itself, who can agree or disagree with the mayor or the CEO's plan for the city. And so that's how that works. Today we had a meeting of the Public Safety Committee, and during that meeting we had talked about a lot of issues. One of those issues was the fire department. And you know, currently our fire department is under a great deal of stress and strain. What with the Proposition B situation earlier the year, right now we're having some trouble maintaining our fire apparatus. Currently our firefighters are having to operate in vehicles without air conditioner, and that's a particular problem for firefighters going to and from the firework that they do, because they wear heavy bunker gear. And of course, when it's 100 degrees in the truck and you can't get any relief from that heat, you're subject to heat stroke or some other heat-related illnesses or injuries, and that's not a good thing. Part of that problem is our finances. We, as a city, do not have a structurally balanced budget. We balance our budget every year, but the underlying structure is such that we end up annually spending about $100 million more than we bring in. The consequence of that is that we defer lots of maintenance and buildings and vehicles and that sort of thing, and we've reached almost critical mass, not only with the fire department, but also with our solid waste department, where we're having to replace a very expensive equipment. The fire department vehicles are used for much more than fires. Most of them are used quite frequently for medical calls. And of course, it's more expensive to operate a fire truck, a ladder truck, or other kind of apparatus than it is to operate an ambulance. And so we need more ambulances, and we need to hold our fire trucks in reserve for actually fighting fires. And so that was the main discussion today at Council at the Public Safety Committee meeting.